and more liberal Israelis who are themselves most likely bloodthirsty as well, okay, who are left with a country that is packed to the fucking gills with the most inbred, uneducated, ultra-nationalist, rabid, Haredi population.
It's been almost half a year since Ethan dropped his Hasan Piker content nuke. He did a great job showcasing how unhinged Hasan is. But a lot has happened since then. Hasan is still defending terrorist groups targeting Israel, still spewing reckless takes, and still hasn't faced any accountability for his despicable actions. That's exactly why I'm making this video, to gather all the insane things Hasan has said since the content nuke. First, we will start with a clip of Hasan calling Jews bloodthirsty monsters.
The greatest threat to Israel's existence is Israelis themselves being like, yeah, fuck this shit. I don't feel safe here at all. I'm leaving. I'm going back to Brooklyn. I'm leaving. I'm going to France. I'm leaving. I'm going to fucking the UK. When more and more liberal Israelis who are themselves most likely bloodthirsty as well, okay, in terms of like how Israel has dealt with Gaza or whatever, but they don't like the negative consequences of Israel doing that, which is like the Iron Dome and its security perishing. You are left with a country that is packed to the fucking gills with the most inbred, uneducated, ultra-nationalist, rabid, Haredi population.
First of all, notice how he specifically says liberal Zionists. If he thinks those people are bloodthirsty monsters, I don't even want to imagine what he thinks about centrists or right-wing Jews. Secondly, most people aren't dual citizens. It's not exactly easy to just pack up and move to France or Brooklyn like it's a weekend trip. And third, forcing an entire group to relocate against their will. What do we usually call that again? Secondly, let's see a clip of Hasan talking about Zionists.
I think like this will never happen, but in a totally just world, any kind of, regardless of your background, any kind of fucking Zionist tendency should be treated in the same way as being a fucking rabid neo-Nazi. And you shouldn't even let someone be the fucking local dog catcher as Felix was posting if they've ever exhibited any sort of like positive feelings about the state of Israel. I'm so serious about this.
There's a lot to unpack here. Last time I checked, there are almost 10 million people living in Israel. He literally called them all Nazis. People who don't agree with me should be run out of society. Ironically, that sounds a lot like something an actual Nazi would say. Hasan is so blinded by his hatred for Jewish people that he's turned the Palestinian cause into a full-blown religion, one where blind faith replaces logic and rage replaces reason. In this clip, Hasan suggests ISIS doesn't attack Israel.
On the other hand, you have obviously ISIS, which is, this terror cell that seemingly never attacks Israel and only kills Muslims. Weirdly enough, okay? Don't know what that's about. I'm not going to point any fingers here. Has the American forces actually defended ISIS at times? Yes. Has Israel defended ISIS at times in Syria? Yes, they have.
Hasan has millions of followers, yet he couldn't be bothered to do a simple Google search to fact-check this claim. Apparently, that's asking too much. In this clip, Hasan suggests that the US government should fund Hamas.
Do you know how much money Israel takes from us? Your tax dollars and my tax dollars? It's to the tune of billions. I would rather fucking give that money directly to Hamas so they can fucking at least fund some semblance of a civil governance program in the Gaza Strip than fucking Israel so they can use it to melt Palestinian children every day. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, Hasan, we're sure Hamas would totally spend that money on civil governance, just like they've always done, right? Come on, after everything we've seen, after the tunnels, the rockets, you seriously expect anyone to believe that? Now let's see a clip of Hasan reacting to the death of Ozzy Osbourne.
Off topic, Ozzy Osbourne died. Yeah, I know. I heard. R.I.P. to Ozzy Osbourne. His wife sucks, for sure.
Now, why would Hasan say that his wife sucks? Let me guess. Now let's see a clip of Hasan showing his favorite flag.
Let's talk about our favorite flags.
Oh, like overall, what my favorite flag? Yeah. Hezbollah. Look it up.
Oh.
I'm not even kidding. It's actually a dope flag.
I don't know flags.
It's, this is
You know what? I'm going to be brave.
What?
My favorite flag
It's got an AK on it and a fucking hand holding it up. Wow.
Son.
Or.
We might have to cut this.
We're behind the paywall. It's fine.
This is what happens when you go your whole career without facing any real accountability. But seriously, why would you even say this in front of your openly gay friend? Everyone knows how brutally Middle Eastern regimes treat LGBTQ people. And just to top it off, there's a literal pride flag sitting on the table. It was a layup question, and he still couldn't help but expose his extremism. In this video, Hasan got mad because CNN talked about Hamas.
This is how CNN chose to approach the subject matter.
Just to be clear here, though, do you specifically condemn Hamas, a designated terrorist organization in the United States, not just for their actions on October 7th?
I condemn the killing of all civilians, full stop. But what I don't want to get into is no, I'm.
It's a pretty simple question. Why is it so hard to just say you condemn a terrorist organization? CNN isn't trying to trap you here. They're asking to make sure they're not giving a platform to a radical lunatic.
And it's in no way anyone can justify
just to be clear,
the killing of civilians.
Mahmoud,
yeah.
We did ask about, we've talked at length about your views, of course, on the Palestinians, but it is fair to ask you about whether you condemn Hamas because the Trump administration has claimed that you are a Hamas sympathizer. So it's very important to actually ask that question in this broad conversation.
Yeah, I simply asked and protested the war in Palestine. That's what I did. That's my duty as a Palestinian, as a human being right now, is to...
I mean, this is literally her trying to set him up to, I guess what, get deported? Get arrested by Trump again? Set up a separate fucking legal case? Like, what are we doing here? Demonic. Pure evil. You condemn Hamas on July 22nd, 2025, after this dude spent 104 days in prison. What a ridiculous thing. And now, of course, this interview is making the rounds. John Kennedy, Mahmoud Khalil can't even bring himself to condemn Hamas, so why are many Democrats in Washington falling over themselves to support him? And the Department of Homeland Security's own account also made good use of this moment, doubling down. Department of Homeland Security also released a statement. Mahmoud Khalil refused to condemn Hamas because he is a terrorist sympathizer, not because DHS painted him as one. He branded himself as anti-Semite through his own hateful behavior and rhetoric. It is a privilege to be granted a visa or green card to live and study in the United States of America. The Trump administration acted well within its statutory and constitutional authority to detain Khalil, as it does with any alien who advocates for violence, glorifies a supposed terrorist, harasses Jews, and damages property. He did no such thing. Why not just condemn them when asked and move on? Everyone who knows, everyone who supports him knows the truth. Man, are you joking? Are you for real? His goddamn people are being slaughtered, and you want him to make these like stupid ass concessions? Get the out of here. Suck my dude. All of you. I swear to God, some of you fair weather allies need to shut the up, okay? Need to shut the up. It keeps him out of jail. What is the mindset of an American chauvinist that immediately puts the blame on a people that is being genocided? It is the same mindset, the same cucked mentality that the American has, that always looks for reasons as to how someone must comply with the police. Never to lay the blame and the responsibility in the hands that is worthy of said blame. It's never the cops' problem. It's why didn't you just comply? Why didn't you just condemn Hamas? God damn, dude. Some of you need to shut the up, at least get your bearing straight, okay? And just have the decency to shut your ass mouth the up. It costs $0 and 0 cents to keep quiet on this moment. Do you not understand what the is going on here? This dude was literally sent to prison for the crime of what? Saying the truth. For the crime of saying the truth about Israel. And you're over here being like, why doesn't he just condemn Hamas? What's next, dude? Why doesn't he just say Israel is great? Why doesn't he just say Israel is actually awesome, specifically for the justification as to why Israel had to conduct its military campaign? You're a terrorist, this guy says. Suck my dick, okay? Never give an inch to these losers, especially at this point, okay? Well, why can't he just like condemn Hamas and like move on? Get the out of here, dude. It's over. It's done. I said at the Customs and Border Patrol question as well. They didn't ask me directly if I condemn Hamas, but they kept asking me, what do you think about Hamas? Do you love Hamas? Do you like Hamas? I kept saying Hamas is designated by the American State Department as as a terrorist organization. I'm on the side of no more bloodshed. That's it. I'm on the side of ending civilian death. It is a far greater crime to even demand someone like Mahmoud Khalil condemn Hamas at this point than whether or not he sits there and says he loves Hamas or hates Hamas. It doesn't matter. I genuinely understand, but all I was asking is, if you're going to talk to people you know are going to entrap you, why wouldn't you just tell them, keep them to shut up and carry on the good fight to end the fight, no hate? No, dude, that's complete and utter nonsense to be like, oh my God, I can't believe he is, you know, just say you condemn Hamas and move on is ridiculous.
This whole clip was honestly revealing. Instead of feeling any shame or trying to distance himself, he actually gets angry that Mahmoud was asked to condemn a terrorist organization. Alright, now let's switch gears and check out some more lighthearted clips. In this clip, Hasan thinks that the sun is a Jewish missile.
What the frick is this, bro? Bro, it's coming right at him. Hello? Is it coming right at him? I can't tell. What is that, bro? Oh, I thought that was the missile. I thought that was, I was like, it's not moving. It's the sun. I'm so stupid.
Bro is so out of touch, he doesn't know what the sun looks like. Now let's go to a hilarious clip where Hasan compares himself to Superman.
Like what Superman does here is his involvement in global affairs, like his moral compass causes others to also take action, causes others who have power to also take action. He literally makes people, he springs others into action. That's the whole point. That is the I don't know. I just saw like a lot of what I've tried to do with commentary in general, which is like to influence others to also do right and to defend vulnerable people and to show by not just telling but also doing.
To wrap this up, I genuinely believe Hasan is one of the worst things to happen to the Palestinian cause. If voices like his didn't exist, constantly fueling division, misinformation, and outrage, the conflict might have seen progress by now. But instead, we get performative rage and zero accountability. I'll end this video with a quote, one that hits harder than Israeli rockets.
رسولنا بالشتائم ما عاد في العيش خير إن ألجمتنا البهائم الصوارم كي تسترد المظالم حتى الأرض